Welcome, friends.
Good evening, everyone. And recently we have been covering a lot of interesting videos and stories on how marriages happen in the world of Bollywood, especially yesterday, and how everything is a business contract, and the kind of circle, the cabal which is involved in making these marriages happen, right? So today we'll be looking at how now actor turned politicians like Smriti Irani's daughter is getting married, and it'll be a very big wedding. So yeah, over to you.
Yeah. So before that, I'd like to show you the toon tail. Jaideep,
Yeah,
if you could show them the first one. We can make it full. Yes.
yeah,
So here you have, friends. It's big fat weddings time in palaces in Rajasthan by Bollywood and politicians. The question is, patronized by who? Because these huge forts and palaces are expensive. And the kind of weddings that they're looking for is just like what Priyanka, Chopra and others have done. So there's a lot of money involved in these weddings. And what surprises us is that, see, who are the people who are actually putting in the money, and why are we seeing such displays of wealth when we've just come out of the COVID season, and we know that, see, in just a spur of a moment, everything can be gone, lost, even your job can go. Okay, at such times, the vulgar display of wealth in weddings and birthdays and all, it's something that we've seen a lot in Bollywood. And just now, a few days back, it was Kiara and Siddharth's wedding, which they again, see, it's all they may it's a money churner, is how I would best describe it. Because they think that, see, by not allowing the phones inside, mobiles inside, they can sell the rights at a very high cost because their movies are not selling. And then show photos a little by little by little. But you know very well that, see, these weddings are not real weddings, because they looked very, very concocted, and they also look like contract weddings. They don't look like real weddings. So we always wonder that what is going beyond it, because it's like, putting chalk and cheese together. The couple have hardly they hardly show the kind of feelings where you see a couple who are in love displaying. So it's all kind of sort of funny. So let me just welcome the friends. Karthik, welcome.
good
Chitra,
evening. Hi,
hi
hi
Nirmala.
Nirmala, hi Meera. Welcome Sujata. After a very long time, we are seeing you, and it's good to see you in our chat. Hi Lakshmi. Hi Selva. Hi Snehal. Good evening.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let us go to the first the wedding that's happening at the moment. So it was done in a very sort of a hush hush manner, in the sense that mainstream media has not made a big issue about Smriti Irani's stepdaughter getting married. So perhaps instructions would have gone that, see, because the houses, a lot of talk is going on in the houses, and they did not want more opposition, especially after what's happening with Adani and the way opposition has attacked BJP on Adani. So perhaps Modi ji would have warned this lady that, see, you please play it low, or as it is, we are having enough problems in our hands. Now don't go and show a big fat wedding to everybody for them to criticize. So this could be also one possible reason why the main media are not
Hi, man.
overplaying it. Okay, one thing you must realize is, in one of the old interviews, Smriti Irani had mentioned that Arun Shuri had told her, the easiest way to become a popular politician is to get all your media in your hand. So by hook or crook, you should get them in your hand. And she said, I do not, believe him in him and all that. She didn't abide by what he said. But that's exactly what she has done. If you look at the best stories that come, or the PR material that comes from her, her side, it is all by India Today, or Times of India. People who hate Modi ji. So I'm surprised. Because the same people who criticize and rip apart Modi ji, are the ones who praise this woman, so beautifully and say that, see, she's got this and she's got that. But what really surprised me about this lady was when, looking at her affidavits, when election times come. And very clearly, she had mentioned in one interview. In fact, it was a talk that she had got a degree from Harvard. Now, when she was asked to give the certificate, she gave the certificate from Harvard as proof of education. And guess what? On scrutinizing, it was found to be a certificate of participation at a Harvard conference. Okay, so after this, she has tried her best to change her image and look like an intellectual, writing a book and doing several things. But her image had already crashed because of her close relationship with Bollywood. And recently, if you saw what Ulti Khopadi said, is that she has mentioned that she and her husband are very close friends of Shah Rukh Khan, and that he's more than a friend, he's a family, and he's the one who's named this girl who's getting married at the Rajasthan fort.
Yeah, so, and friends, one more thing is...
He has all the blessings for Pathaan to be a huge success. Yes, Jaydev?
Friends, if you remember, towards the beginning of her political career, after she was, quite successful in, in the serial acting, thanks to Ekta Kapoor, of Kyunki Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi. That was a very big hit serial in those times, and she played a very big character, and then she ventured into the field of politics. So in 2004, many of you might not know that Smriti Irani had she had threatened to fast until death unless Modi resigned as the chief minister of Gujarat. So this a lot of people might not remember, but it's kind of I mean, you can see how politics plays, right? Because at one point in time she was at the opposition.
Yeah, and also the fact that she has not been true to herself is what appears from these stories that have been shown in a lot of these YouTube channels, where she comes from a very poor background and in Delhi, and how she used to stand with her father in the streets of Delhi, selling books, and she used to see these ministers coming in cars with red lights, and she never dreamt that she would be also in one of those. Now, see, when she went to Bombay, she became friendly with a lady who was actually Zubin's first wife. And she became close to her, and the friend was magnanimous enough to take her home, and they stayed together in the house. And apparently, she fell in love with her husband, Zubin, and they got married later. And that's how, she later went into television, and she got close to Ekta Kapoor after Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi. Now, she in many letters or emails, or I wouldn't say emails, it would be rather Instagrams, she has clearly mentioned her, what you call her sincerity towards Ekta Kapoor, because she was the one who made them believe that they can buy a house or a car through the money that they earned through their, their TV programs or their serials. So it was always a lavish, praise from both sides. When she would do that, and Ekta would clap, and when Ekta said something, she would clap, and Tushar would also clap. So there's been a lot of talk here. Now, see, one thing that I want to ask is that, see, if this is what I've been tweeting. So if the Minister Smriti will have a fat Bollywood kind of wedding for a stepdaughter at Kimsar Fort in Nagaur district in Rajasthan, the lady who said she started off poor in Old Delhi and sold books with her father on the streets. Bollywood can afford such weddings. How come politicians, and that also coming from a party which is squeaky clean under the leader, Modi ji himself, who has no home for himself and is selfless? This comes as strange, because he never even brought his mother or any of his family even to Delhi to live with him. He has remained the same person who we voted for. Now, in the 2 tenures of BJP, she seems to have made enough money to make houses in Goa, Delhi, and Amethi. Now, we are all curious as to guess who the guests would have been for her the wedding? Would it have been Ekta? Would it have been Pathan?
Karan Johar.
Yes, Karan Johar and Rajesh Shukla, and of course Bill Gates, because she's quite close to Gates Foundation as well. So now the minister, who initially cried, saying that she comes from a very poor background, more to sound like Modi ji's Chaiwala, theme, but who could not remain like him in principles, because what Modi ji started off with, or Yogi ji started off with, they continue to be the same. Same thing with Himanta Biswa and a lot of other people. But this lady has really grown enormously. Now, this show of luxury and love for everything that Bollywood stands, against public's boycott Bollywood, trend. This is the time when these people go absolutely, sort of display all their wealth, where all the diamonds come out, and the guest lists, and the drinks, and the food, and the buffets, and everything. Now, see, you remember when the 7 production homes that boycotted SSR are themselves very good friends of politicians like her. Okay, where will you get justice? Yes, for a silly soul restaurant, the singer store, action against the opposition, when they accused her, of selling meat at the restaurant and having a restaurant under her daughter's name. At that time, she fought, and within a day, she got justice for her daughter. Okay, but Sushant Singh Rajput, 2 years and 6 months later, he's still where he stood before. Absolutely no justice. Now, see, we know that, most of the Bollywood weddings are blessed by the cabal. Now, where does all this money for politicians come from? So it makes us very, it makes us quite surprised, because it means that being a politician is a better job than we going and working in, an office or corporate office or in a government office. So better to be politicians, because then in 2 tenures you can make so much money, that you can have such a big fat wedding. Okay. Now, see, the moment you write these things, you have trolls coming behind you in Twitter, saying this and that. Okay. The truth is, these are politicians. As public, we have the right to question them. Where does the money come from? Okay. And also the fact that, see, we are the ones who are, voting them to power. They have a duty towards us, because the money, their salaries come from the public. So this is something that has, surprised quite a few. So let me just take a few comments.
And also, very interesting fact is how much is a Rajya Sabha member paid? He's almost paid, he or she is paid around 4 lakhs per month for what?
Yeah.
There are many people in Rajya Sabha who is not worth, sitting there, and they are, enjoying on the tax, hard-earned tax paid by the middle class, right? And Smriti Irani has properties in Goa. Her husband Zubin is full-time commission agent. I'm sure she knows how to befriend. Imagine how she got married right under her benefactor's eye, says Sujata. Congress should make a noise in the parliament about this marriage. It'll be fun to watch. See, the surprising thing which I noted, Karthik, is that Rahul Gandhi is not pointing out anything about, the silly souls controversy, or he's not pointing anything, questioning Smriti Irani. Why is it so? I mean,
So it's just
you
like
have to be.
the same thing, Jade. It's the same thing. Like, when the mainstream is in your hand, a lot of politicians in the opposition who are her friends. So they will not talk.
So they're friends across party lines.
Yes, exactly. They will only argue and fight, to show
Yes.
us the public. But behind the curtains, they're all friends. So this is something you have to face. The public has to know that they will talk like this in front, but behind, it's a completely different scenario where they would be best of friends. Munmun says, Smriti has very well used her Tulsi image to get her ticket to BJP. I think she has been placed in BJP by the Bollywood cabal for ulterior gains, of course. Now she's reaping the benefits. Selva, all people need to get informed and choose wisely who we vote in office. See, here also we voted for Modi ji. Okay, sometimes you have ministers you can't even tolerate. You have seen some others also. How did she even become a minister is beyond my imagination. Bardhan Bhandari, she's a very shady character. Here also, let me ask a question. How much has she done for women and child in the department? Okay. Now she's also been put in minorities. So see, what I don't understand is if you're a good, functioning, well-functioning minister, like Piyush Goyal or like Gadkari, we have no questions to ask you. But when you are not touching the subject about deaths of young women, innocent women and children, and you're running as far as away when people ask you these questions, what is your role? Okay, people like Kiran Bedi are talking about it. How come the minister who's handling the same thing never even answers? And you remember, let me just tell you one more thing to remind you again. I know I'm sounding rather harsh here, but when SSR died, the first few tweets, even before it was declared, came from Dino Moria, Akshay Kumar, Ekta Kapoor, and Smriti Irani. They were sympathizing about his suicide. How did they know? Even before the police had declared it a suicide. How did these people know that he had died? And that too is a suicide. Immediately the tweets were deleted. And Akshay started making excuses. From there, Dino kept quiet. Okay. Smriti Irani's tweet was deleted. Okay. Now, see, I don't care. Okay, you spend money the way you want. You have a big factor, a Punjabi or Irani wedding, whatever you want, at the best place. That's your life. Okay, it's your personal life. But when you don't do your duty, we can question you. And that's all we are doing. Okay. When you can protect your family in the way you are doing it right now, if you had protected a few innocent people like Sushant Singh Rajput, okay, or all these other people who died, Disha Salian or Janvi Kukreja or Jia Khan, if you had just even mentioned a one word, see, if you had just said that when Fadnavis said that, see, SIT is going to be done. If Smriti Irani, you had said, well done. Let us see how she died and let us give justice to that innocent young girl who stood with people like Aishwarya Rai. And who Aishwarya Rai this message. So here we are only talking about duty. Okay. We are not, see, why don't we point a finger at Yogi Ji or Himata Biswa, okay, or even Bombay or other people like them.
So if you remember this, it was conducted by one of the mainstream news debates, and you can clearly see three people seated, Karan Johar, Smriti, and Ekta Kapoor. Yes. And so one has to ask the question is, did she have any possible, suggesting these two people for, the award, right?
Yeah.
The Padma Shri.
Yes.
The Padma Shri award. So, yeah.
And also, see, Chitra says these women parliamentarians are there only because of their proximity to some political leaders. Very few have come up on their own merits. It's very well said and very, very apt, Chitra. But then someone suggested Kejo marrying Pappu. Nice jury. Okay. Robert Vadra and Smriti Irani are birds of the same feather. Flock together. Bahar dikhayenge, and they are cutthroat enemies. But under, they are all friends. Now, also remember, very importantly, these people go to the Ambani wedding and Ambani celebrations. Okay. And here you will see them hiding their hands and all because they're, obviously wearing diamonds and, they don't want to show that politicians wear diamonds. They only wear khadi. So here my only question is that, see, why this low profile, this thing in none of the, press releases are making this, hyping it up. It's only because she must have requested them. Do not hype it because otherwise I'll become the target of the next, debate in the House. So you see, certain people are protected all the way. Every time that Ekta Kapoor, an FIR was, put against her, she has miraculously escaped. She has shown our army people in the poorest of lights, shown them ripping apart a
So why
woman's
is
dress,
not any?
you know,
Why is
in these
Republic
Jaldi
TV?
Baat serials, and expecting us to respect our army officers. See, this is exactly what Modi ji said in his speech. He said that you make fun of our army officers. You make fun of everything that we do. But sir, within you, you have people who are friends with them, who are doing it. Okay. Everything from our Sanatana Dharma to everything is being, changed to tell us that, see, we don't have a religion. Why the hell don't you play with other religions? You're scared. Tan se juda ho jayega na. Isliye. So this is something that we have to really take into consideration, that, see, when we vote for a party, we have to voice our opinion when some people we feel are not delivering. So let me just take a few comments. Sujata, guys, please bring the likes up. Thank you so much, Sujata.
Thank you, Susan.
Now Rajasthan will get polluted. Wish some great cleansing prayers are done in temples there, because all devils land there for functions there. Now I think Sushant is going to get justice only when these people have grandchildren. That is for sure. It will take that much time, because see, one minister has to please his wife and put her on stage for singing a song. Okay, the other one has to conduct a wedding. Okay, a third one has to do something else. An engagement. So by the time all this happens, life has already gone. So perhaps when they all have grandchildren, we will see some justice for SSR.
But I'm expecting an update towards next year when the general election is there, and an update on the SSR case.
Yeah.
Even Smriti's daughter runs a beef restaurant in Goa, says, with alcohol, and Smriti denied it. Okay.
So this has been, again, see, she has taken it to the court, and the court has denied it, and she has won in that case. Okay, because people are there to help her. So that doesn't even stand. Modi ji is aware of the liabilities in his party. Maybe the hard decisions will be taken before elections next year. In Adipurish teaser, Hanumanji looks like Maulvi. This is so horrible. Hindu religion is always a soft target and taken for granted. Unfortunately, BJP has some moles. I wish Robert Patra would take Smriti as his second wife, and anyway, she just does not have a character from any way, which way, so she might as well be his second wife. Please don't make such claims here, Minaji. No, but the statement should trigger our public to act. Now here, see, friends, let me tell you one thing. See, if we don't have, if this is a democracy, let us not misuse democracy. Okay? Which means you can do anything that you want. Why can't there be a rule in the government that you do not have connections with Bollywood at all? Now see, Yogi ji, you look at how, you have to admire Yogi ji. In all the points where he has met with the Bollywood people, he has never said that he is going to do something, in opposition of what the public have said. All he said is that both sides have to respect each other. Never at any point has he sided anybody. Now here, see, this is what we expect from politicians. The moment, Modi ji knew that there's so much of hanky-panky happening in Bollywood, he has also stopped giving parties to these people. Okay. Yes, there are some ministers who have been, standing with them and posing with them and kissing them and all that. But you look at our Prime Minister, he's not done it. And people keep foisting words into his mouth saying that, see, he said that and he said that. He didn't say that. If he said that, you would have a sound bite of what he said. So he many a times he's been misquoted when he has never even spoken about it. So friends, you have to read through the lines. And whenever mainstream media like India Today or Times of India comes and says things, don't believe it. First thing is think, why are they saying it? There must be something wrong, So dal mein kuch kala hai. This is 100%, So read through that.
So there's one more point I would like to stress on, friends, is why is Arnab Goswami or Republic TV not questioning Bollywood in his debates, not questioning Pathan's collections,
Yeah.
right?
Here,
So that's a
see,
matter of
Jaideep,
concern because he was the only right-wing mainstream media at a point of time, when SSR was murdered, and it is really, really, there are a lot of question marks being raised as to why he's, not questioning Bollywood, the cases in Bollywood, right? In his
yeah,
debate.
yes. See,
Good
one
evening,
thing is that,
Anita.
one thing is that the ads are, mostly of Bollywood people. So I think it's, in this case, it would be money, you know, so commercial interest. So that is why he is not taking much interest in that.
Because
Now, Tuhina's,
he
yeah,
used to go hammer and tongs
yeah,
when
that was a
SSR
different
was
Arnab.
murdered.
That was a different Arnab.
Yeah, before he
After,
was arrested,
yeah,
he,
after
he
he was
used
arrested,
to
he
go
changed.
hammer and tongs on
Yeah,
Bollywood.
yeah. Just wish SSR gets some almighty power so that he gives punishment himself to his murderers. Imagine Kiran Chachi in all bridal outfits with sinduri, tikka, and sari with jewelry adorned, and when Pappu comes home, tired with all the Bharat Joro drama, Kiran Chachi bows her head down. Now, here another thing, Badan and Tuhina and Chitra. See, what I want to tell you is that, I saw this video where, Siddharth and Kiara are giving sweets, sweets to the paparazzi. Now they are saying this is what they said. They said that they're giving sweets to the media. This is not media. They are just photographers. Okay, so in other words, they are trying to say that we are bribing them so that they will keep quiet and they'll put good pictures. Okay. Now here again, I'd like to say, now the cabal have noticed that the paparazzi will reach anywhere you want within seconds. So that is why people like Anil Kapoor, Sunil Shetty, and now, for example, Siddharth and Kiara are feeding them so much of sweets so that they get good photographs. Now here you will see that the chemistry between the couple is nil. Kiara is not even looking at Siddharth. Even if she is looking, there is nothing of the kind of love that she should have for her husband, her newly
Looks like
married husband.
a secretary.
Yes, And one more thing, Jaidev, if you could show that photograph, of that bearded man. A bearded man is the one who is actually ushering them right from the airport to the hotel and other places. Now, this man comes across as very suspicious. And this is the man who's been eyeing Kiara all the way. So I don't know if you could get
Yeah, yeah.
it is there in the community page. Now, I wanted all of you to be aware that, they are completely being guided by this man and another man. Now, since we know that these marriages seem more like contractual marriages, are these the people who are, the what you call the caretakers, who are taking care of the whole thing? Because very, very silently, Kiara and Siddharth obeying everything what they say. So I don't know whether you could get a picture of.
Yeah, just hold
Uh,
on. Yeah. Yeah. So you're talking about this bearded
yeah, this
man
bearded
with
guy.
the
See, if you
sunglasses.
look at, let me just show you with the mouse. I'll show you this man and this man. These are the two people, who are the thing. This man, I don't know whether he's an anchor as well. So I don't know about this guy. And this man, but they are the two who have been guiding them up and down. And they seem to be listening to everything that they say. So, everything, if you can get those clues, you will understand that behind this, a whole drama is happening. And everything is for a certain purpose. And also, you will understand that, suddenly, Kiara, from wearing bikinis and, little shorts, has moved on to a Behenji look.
Yeah, why is she
So,
all covered?
yeah, like a Behenji, which is wearing the shawl and covering herself and all that. I don't know for what particular reason. So this is also something that came out as very, very doubtful. Why did Irani delete her tweet? She must have been warned by Unity Kapoor. Yes, because then immediately after that, there was another tweet that came, so that was totally different from the first one. As we've seen so many hitched weddings, I really want to know, when is Fekta and her brother getting to? Now, if in the case of Fekta, very clear that she is not she's gay. So you can make out that, see, that the relationship is already there with the lady, and same thing with her brother. Cheer blooms. Wonder why Kiara was hiding her tummy with a shawl in the black outfit. She has not even held Sid's hand, even though he extended it. Yes. So these are the questions. So some say that, is she pregnant? So many questions were being asked by these people. Now the same thing was asked when you look at Farhan Akhtar and his wife Shibani. Shibani looked positively pregnant in her wedding. So now there's something very, very weird happening in these Bollywood weddings. You have guts, Minaji, to take on Iranshi Seem Shady, says Nirmala. No, it's not about guts. See, anybody can make out what's happening, Nirmala. So we are just putting the questions across. If you believe it, believe it. If you have questions, ask them. We are, as journalists, we just put them forward to you. And if you feel that they are right, it's up to you to take it. Many of the things that maybe you may not agree, that's also entirely up to you. Now, Bardhan says, Pappu and Kiran Chachi husband and wife and Vikta Kapoor as Kiran Chachi's Southern. We have only two choices: corrupted Congress or BJP under Modi, who's working hard to make India a superpower. Modi will continue to disappoint us by not taking action against known criminals. Now here, see, there are many times when, as you said, Chitra, I have been disappointed with Prime Minister. But if you look at it in the whole run, I prefer a Prime Minister like Modi ji, who sticks to his principles and makes India a leading nation in the world. Because we know that we are supporting this party only because of him. If it was someone else, if it was Smriti Irani, can you imagine? We would have just run even behind Bharat Jodo Yatra. We would have been that desperate. See, so this is something that I wanted to convey. These weddings, like full-time movie, false smiles and Farah, says Savitri. Oh, sad, all these people might be having AIDS and worse than African naked tribals or aborigines. If Kira is pregnant, then we should observe what she drinks. She won't have alcohol. Now, see, this is just a doubt put by the others. I do not know whether this is true or not, Vidya. So let's look at a few other comments. Meenaji, can you throw some light on Jia Aishwarya? You mentioned, yes, in Jia's case, what's happening is they're still doing the case. So her mother said that she cannot speak with us at the moment because the case is going on. But the moment she gets something, she will immediately inform us. True Indian says, it's now or never for SSR. We always have to wish, manifest we get justice soon,
Yes.
at least now. SSR Justice Card will be used by politicians before the election time. The bigwigs are waiting with the Trump card, SSR. So well said, Sujata. And we did miss you.
It is sad that it's being used as a political tool.
Yeah. Now, moving to another point is about Shah Rukh Khan's Pathan. Now, as you all know, Shah Rukh Khan and his cronies are saying that they have made 800 crores, 1,000 crores, okay? Now is the time to prove your loyalty to the countries that you have supported, as in Turkey. Okay, Turkey is facing the biggest disaster, as is Syria. Now, I've tweeted to SRK saying that SRK and other people like Amir Khan and Akshay Kumar all should contribute the huge wealth they have made through Pathan and other movies to the countries that they have patronized, which is Turkey. Because it is facing the earthquake of the worst sort with so many people dying. Surely you can help the people there as Prime Minister of India is doing. Now you will see that there will not be even a whisper. Okay, this is called lip service. They will go there, they will use Turkey's infrastructure, they will talk to all the big guys there, make business with them, all for helping Pakistan. But when it comes to true help, it is only Modi ji who sends his planes and gives them the food and other things that they would need, amenities they would need during earthquake relief work. So here is what I'm trying to tell you is that whether it's a Bollywood wedding or whether it is a politician's wedding or whether it is something like Pathan, the fiasco that they've done, everything is false. Everything is just Botox, silicone, everything is false. Plastic surgery. It just holds everything together. Dave, was it yesterday, doctor? We spoke to the doctor, Jaydev, and
Yesterday.
Yesterday. So doctor was very clearly saying that, see, please do not go by these bodies and faces that we see in Bollywood, do not copy them because they are all artificial. Okay, when you have a normal body, a healthy body, and you're eating the right food, that is enough for you. You don't need to look like these skinny bimbos, these zero-figure women, or these eight-pack or six-pack men who are actually wearing suits. So this is a very important advice that the doctor gave yesterday. Okay, so let me just take a few more comments, Jaideep.
Yeah. So, friends, with regards to Patan, apparently Siddharth Anand revealed how the Dubai police helped them shoot action in Dubai, and it seems that Siddharth Anand revealed that the most difficult action sequences could not have been shot with in Dubai without the help of Dubai police, and he thanked the Dubai authorities, and so that's so he's so from this you can make out that the Bollywood has a very close connection uh, with Dubai people and the higher ups there, and it has always been the case, right? Because as we know that Dawood's daughter's wedding took place in Dubai a very long time back. And after that, even SRK is the brand ambassador of Dubai tourism. So it is like their first home, I must say, for Bollywood stars is Dubai, because and Dubai looks is giving out golden visas to all these Bollywood stars, so that they can stay for a very long time in Dubai, and they can invest many crores of money in buying some real estate in Dubai, and that will help the Dubai economy. So that's where the interest of the Dubai government is, because ultimately they also need money for their country to run. So by entertaining these kind of Bollywood stars, they will get some sort of investment in the country. I checked many theaters in Mumbai; they are all empty. Only a few people are seated. They collected so much mullah. Probably the seats were filled by ghosts. Yes, Munwan. SRK was the first guy who used to dance in weddings and charge a hefty sum. It was criticized by Rishi Kapoor too. He was that shameless, says Sunita. These are mere contracts, or in some ways to blackmail, to control. Yes, they no longer can fool us. Yes, let's keep exposing the propaganda boycott. Gatterwood says, Anuradha. Yes. Hi, Shriyasta. Nice to see you. There are more Dubai secrets, not only money. Yes, Shreyasta. And not any true to claim where most children live in slums, or maybe they were trafficking some from the time, boldly says True Indian. See, Jitendra, heroes of all times. He looks plastic now. Yes, because of all the Botox in his face. Whatever, but now Erdogan's election hopes are shattered. He will never win in the upcoming elections. People are already unhappy with him in the past. Now he has given them more reasons not to vote. Yes, Badan, and it seems that the meeting with Amir Khan was an utter waste, because Amir Khan didn't give a single paise to Turkey, right? Yogi Ji is very authentic. He told stars who have links with ISI can go back to Pakistan and live with them. I do hope Yogi Ji stands very strictly with this statement, and he does not let once Bollywood shifts, or maybe shifts part of its operations, or fully the operations from Mumbai to Film City. I do hope it is completely monitored by Yogi Ji. These weddings are just another show. They will continue to swap their partners at every opportunity, and they will continue to strip. Yes, drugs. Yes, Chitra. This is what's the sad thing. Smriti must be marrying her husband's first wife, says Purna. Next, in spite of India helping Turkey, they will continue voting against India in the UN in the Kashmir issue. Yeah, that's a sad part, that India gives aid to all these countries who are against India's political stance, and that's the sad thing. The same thing happened with Alia too. Are these people getting hitched just because they are already carrying? I read somewhere that India was depicted in poor light, like underdeveloped country by Western world, and West make film. Yeah, Slumdog Millionaire. Yeah, this is what the West does not like to see India grow, and that's the reason why they are trying to bring down major businessmen like Adani by with things like the Hindenburg report, and you can see how Adani has bounced back in the stock price value just recently. Turkey is praising India, especially Modi ji, as India was one of the first responders as pre. Yes, but how long will they, say good words? Will they stab us behind the back in foreign policies? Cultural genocide. Okay, ma'am, we should deport these foreign entertainers the way Nigar Khan was deported long time back, says Tuhina. Yeah, cultural genocide in India and US of Hindus by affected young minds through Bollywood, social media, politics. Yes, Nirmala, we spoke about it. I think yesterday how social media companies are programming the minds of youngsters by pushing content which is like sort of sexually indecent by promoting videos of vulgarity to the Indian youth. So in terms of short videos in Instagram, in Facebook, and also in YouTube. So that's how these the American IT companies are sort of programming the minds of Indians to buy a certain product, influence their mind, like a certain video, right? If Bollywood really chooses to support Pakistan, now they will go bankrupt in no time. So only lip service is there. Yes, at the moment, yes. Momo. You missed my earlier comment, which was linked to the latest one. Okay. So Dubai's secret is Adla Badli, says Batan. Kiara carries a surprise just like Alia. The handles are very obvious. So Kiara Advani is also known as Kiara Alia Advani. So if you look at her Instagram handle, so apparently she changed her name from Alia to Kiara because that's.
And they also say that she's related to Juhi Handsome and has some Muslim connections.
Okay, because she is. I mean, she's a Sindhi.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it goes. Kid Siddharth Anand made a career for himself movie with Hakla, Deepika John, Hrithik, while those movies did nothing to these actors and actresses. Looks like Kejo was taking the lead to erase the word Bollywood from Indian cinema and try to cash in on the success of South films and rebrand Bollywood as pan-India stars. Yes, this is the latest move from Karan Johar because recently he met with Mohanlal in a private jet, and somehow it seems that he's trying to cash in on the popularity of South Indian film stars and try to get in the limelight somehow because of boycott Bollywood movement. Turkey is no different from Pakistan. They bite the hand that feeds them after the needs are fulfilled. I support you and admire your guts, Minaji, for being the voice of truth and to call out shady characters, says Nirmala. A government, especially Modi ji, should not help every country for on humanitarian basis because evil should be ignored. We are not gods to, help everyone. Yes, true Indian. Pakistan has probably helped Turkey by not asking for aid. That's kind of hilarious. My Modi ji's speech was excellent recently. Wish he could speak about amendments in legislation. Yes, this is a very key important point which you brought about,
Shweta said yes.
because you need huge amendments in the judicial system, in the legal system, because a lot of things need to be changed so that justice is brought more swiftly, right? I think Siddharth Anand is our new age Sanjay Gupta, who used to copy paste Hollywood movies to Bollywood, says Badan. Yes. So coming to the next piece of news is with regards to Karan Johar. Now, Karan Johar is in the news again. Apparently, Ronit Roy, in an interview with Kapil Sharma, said that I was selected for the film Zero Dark 30 without any auditions. And I was shocked that an Oscar winning director had selected me for her film, but I had given all my dates to Karan Johar, and the person with him denied to cancel my dates for Student of the Year. And people in Hollywood wouldn't have rescheduled their dates for me, so I had to do Student of the Year. Now, when only a few days were remaining for the starting schedule of Student of the Year, I didn't get any intimation. And they said that was not getting shot on schedule because it was late. So it was the biggest bummer. So apparently, Karan Johar didn't want him to shine in Hollywood, which is what it looks like, right? So apparently, he likes to control, as many lives as possible in Bollywood circle. So Kiara's mother is Jennifer, married to a Sindhi. Jennifer had quite a time with Chulman when in her younger days she was staying in Bandra. So connect the dots. Modiji's humor is beating Kapil Sharma. So I thought Rahul Gandhi is beating Kapil Sharma, but now Modiji is also beating. Kapil Sharma is overrated. I think if they recruit, there are so many people who can do much better job than him. Yes, like Rahul Gandhi.
Yeah. So this is the connection that I was trying to get. Chitra, thank you so much for that. Kiara's grand uncle is Saeed Jafri, who has worked in Bollywood Gold. He is a Muslim, and that's why her name is Kiara Alia. Okay. So though they try to hide it, and they try to show the Hindu name, this is the truth. We are so lucky to have Yogiji and Modiji, two saintly sannyasis who are selfless and working for all people in India. Absolutely, and the what you call the conviction with which he addresses everybody. It's like see, someone was saying that in Twitter that see when Modiji speaks, so a lady had commented. She was speaking to her mother on the phone, and she said, "Don't speak now because Modiji is on speaking on TV." So similarly, day before yesterday, or I think yesterday, when a maid, when our help was asking us for some help from me, I said that no, let me finish hearing what Modiji says. That is the sort of aura our Prime Minister has, because when he speaks the truth. And he doesn't have to hide under anything. He has no hypocrisy. He's absolutely himself. He has no masks. He's just one person. And this is the same thing. He is the one who has molded Yogiji. Yogiji himself is a unique person, but it is Modiji who has given him the power to shine like this. And this is the same thing. The same kind of blessings have been given to Hemanta Biswa Sarma. You see the remarkable changes that have been made in Assam. And can you imagine, earlier he was a part of the Congress. So thank God Congress gave us such a person, There were, that way even music director Anu Malik is actually Anwar Malik. Bollywood is filled with liberals, the open Naxals whose only agenda is to destabilize Hindustan. So Hinduism is targeted by every means. Movies and web series are used as a tool to fulfill their their goal. In case of Kiara, pehle maa fir beti. I saw Bollywood since 1975 when Bachchan was young, but today it's different. In a dialogue in one of the movies, you will see Rakhi and Amitabh, talking, and I think it was another actor, Vinod Mehra, was also there. So he says in a very shocking this thing, he tells Rakhi, that who brought in the best food? It was the Mughals. And he kept praising the Mughals, saying this, Mughals did this, Mughal, made the city so beautiful. If you look at that dialogue, you know that it is coming from Teda Nak, which is Crooked Nose. Crooked Nose used to write such dialogues, and you know who Crooked Nose is. It was hilarious to see Papu's face.
While Modiji was speaking. So the funny thing is, once Modi, ended his speech, Rahul Gandhi was clapping. So that's kind of hilarious. And friends, if you do like our video, make sure to hit the like button and share it with your friends. Now, one of our friends here said that BJP is keeping SSR case as a trump card for the coming elections. Yes, even I do feel the same. Hope, Haisa, he, hope. Yes, so much of confusing names. Yes, Salman used to date Kiara's auntie Shaheen. So apparently it was Salman who suggested that Kiara
Yes.
to change her name
Yeah.
from
And
Alia
she
to
came from
Kiara.
his door.
Yeah.
And then she was pushed by Juhi Chawla.
Yes. Modi ji says I work for 240 crore family of Indians, but normal Indians work for his family. I loved it. Lots of love to Modi ji. Yes, true father of the
Our
nation.
God, our pride, one of a kind. He is the real father of the nation. Modi ji speaks, you listen and enjoy the subtle humor and sarcasm. While in case of Pappu, we just listen to relax, as in stand-up comedy, create memes. See, if you follow even just a few things that Modi
Maya,
ji
you don't need
does.
to create a meme for Rahul Gandhi. He's a meme by himself.
So even if you follow just a few things that Modi ji does, you can lead a good lifestyle. Modi ji gets up very early in the morning. He has very few hours of sleep. He gets up very early in the morning and he does yoga and pranayama. Okay, and then after that, his breakfast is very light. He prefers something which is steamed, as in Gujarati or in South Indian food, like he prefers idli or dokla. And then after that, from after the breakfast, he's fully in his job. You know, and he gets hardly a little bit of sleep in the night. Otherwise, he's working all the time. And people say that, see, even when he is flying, he has a bath at the airport. You know, for a terminal, so that he doesn't have to stay at the hotel and waste money. So these are the kind of leaders we all look up to. And there are so many anecdotes where you see the kind of things he's done. You remember when Manmohan Singh used to travel, he used to carry all these Barkatats, Rana Ayubs and all with him in the plane to get as much PR coverage as he wanted, or Rahul Gandhi or Sonia Gandhi wanted. The moment Modi came into power, he said, "You better, put your own bills." He was not carrying all these journalists around. So that was the reason why Lutyens media got upset with him, because he cut down on all these budgets. But again, see, because Congress has had such a long rule to get rid of these babus or these bureaucrats who are the ones who slowly leak in, like the tweet leaked in about the Rashtrapati Bhavan. To get rid of such people is very difficult. They're all stuck. And you discover them only when they make mistakes like this.
Yeah, because he has this discipline because of the RSS background. So a lot of the people from BJP come from RSS background, and that's the reason why they are so disciplined, and they are very they have a lot of principles. Boris Papu says, Shrita, we Indians have to let them go scot free for decades. Bollywood Mukt Bharat will soon be a reality. Yes. Six in no ball says, okay, hi, Gloria. Kiara, school friend of Isha Ambani, says Moonmoon. Crooked Nose has been a tried from Sholay days using AB to mouth his ideology.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, we could not, the media, I mean, the public could not make out the subtle, references in Hindi films back then. And they used to, idol worship people like Amitabh Bachchan because they were very innocent, because they used to believe blindly what all the mainstream media at that point of time, the newspapers used to say, right, at that point of time. Yeah, Javed Akhtar. I think Saeed Jaffrey's wife is Madhur Jaffrey. She was Rishi Kapoor's mom in the movie Sagar. Babu was sleeping. He knows Modi ji will hit six, says. Yeah, I keep hearing criticism on education levels of BJP politicians. How there are Harvard and Yale graduates in Congress. I told them clearly native intelligence and good intentions trump that, says
So
Divya.
here, Divya, I'd like to just say something. See, what you said is so true, because, see, I've met a lot of people, who have not even passed a certain class, but, the wisdom that has come with them through experience. has made them wiser than even the best graduates of any IIT or any IIM colleges. Because, see, within them there is the maturity to absorb these things and use them in their practical life. And that is what makes you a mature individual. And so you see, education cannot decide how intelligent a person is, because intelligence is inherent in a person's character. Maya. Jaishankar has said that what a hard taskmaster Modi ji is, by setting very high standards. And also, only Modi ji gave him an opportunity to serve. No other PM would have dared what better? Yes. See, even let me tell you something. See, this is what I believe. Again, see, this is very personal. See, what I believe is that, see, Modi ji can see through you. And why I'm saying this is that, see, I had the good fortune to meet him 3 times. And then again, when he was, reinstated as Prime Minister, we attended the ceremony. Now, whenever I used to meet him, if you look at him, he does not look like an ordinary man. And this is the truth. He looks like an avatar. His eyes are so deep. When they look at you, it seems like he has known you for ages. It is not that you are meeting him for the first time. Second thing is that he listens, which very few people do. Now, in his position, he can keep on bragging about what he's doing and what he has achieved, but no, he listens to your experience, your talk, and then he uses it for his own gain. Okay.
Yeah. So I guess.
Yes. So these are some of the things that. Yeah. This was the time when we met Modi ji when he became the Prime Minister, and the first thing he said is, "Meena ji, where are you?" Because I was earlier in Dubai, and for him to remember, someone as insignificant as me, I mean, that was itself such a big thing for me. And even today, if you ask him, if you ask his office, about this thing, he will say, "Where is she? Is she in Dubai or So he used to call me the Dubai one, So he will ask, where is she? So it's something that he has, he's got through his, years of tapas in the Himalayas. He had gone to become a, sannyas. He wanted to leave all these worldly pleasures. But when he went there, he got the message that, no, your work is not over. You need to serve the nation. Go back. And look at our fortune that we got this leader, who we can look up to, and who's the one standing, with 8 packs to protect us from the devils. Friends, I want you to please watch Twitter and also watch what is happening to the earlier Twitter team, okay, who were under Jack Dorsey. Now, this lady is being pulled up by the judge, and all her lies are being revealed. Her name sounds like, something like, something like a donkey in Hindi. So I'm not getting her name. So, Gade or something, that's her surname. Anyway, what I watched was the judge telling her, are you a doctor? Did you pass the medical college? So she said, no, I did not. So then she said, then how can you question, the knowledge when a doctor said this, okay, quoting some doctor, said this, and you just removed the tweet or whatever, So can you imagine how strict the judge was? It was just like, a class for kindergarten students. They were made to line up and they were questioned. This is what we want. If it was SSR case and you had all these penguin and all that standing there, what exactly did you do to Sushant on that night? Wouldn't that give you satisfaction? That's the kind of satisfaction you get when you watch this. Please do, friends. Whoever is on Twitter, please watch what happened to the earlier Twitter team and how they are being questioned and how their lies are being revealed and how they were targeting Modi ji and how they were, attacking the people who support Modi ji. Yes,
So,
thank you. Maya,
I mean, like,
Vijaya Gade.
I mean, so you
I
can
remember
see.
the second part of the name. So please excuse me. I mean, that's just my humor getting. So please excuse me there. Yes, I saw Vijay Gade is actually in a Gade. She dug Gada. So you make it a hole now. She dug for others, says. Yes, I heard it, Meeraji. We are so fortunate to have Modi ji as our PM. Welcome, Gloria. It's very funny. They get into Harvard, Oxford, or Yale because huge donations and family legacy, not necessarily because of merit or intelligence. See, another point I want to get you, because Chitra, you just raised this, is that, see, we are talking about make in India, make in India. I was in the UAE, for many years. But in 2014, when Modi ji came back to power, I came back because I felt this is an India that I needed to witness and to be a part of, if I could, in my own small way, contribute in whichever way. So, here what I'm trying to tell you is that, see, we were all proud of the Make in India movement. Now, people like Smriti Irani, going back to what our topic is, she sends her children to Berkeley Institute and to other institutes abroad. Why? Is our education in India so bad? Why is Make in India not in your psyche, madam? Why couldn't your son or daughter get educated in an IIT or an IIM or in whichever specialization they wanted? You would have made us proud if you had said that our children are studying in India and not in Canada or Berkeley. Okay. So these are things that I'm just raising, because if you don't walk your talk, you're a zero. Modi ji, when he came into the parliament, he was wearing a jacket, made of waste. Okay. And he had absolutely
Recycled bottles.
Recycled bottles. He had no qualms in wearing it. That is walk the talk. Whatever he says, he does. And he's not shy. He tells you, I'm a man of I'm a common man. Okay, I come from such a background. I'm not one who uses fork and knife and all that. That's what he implies. Okay. This is the man we want as a leader. We do not want polished people who come from Canada or America with their white skin, superiority. We do not want an accent like Sunil Shetty's son, who comes in and tells us, this is his English, or Katrina Kaif's English. No. We want common people like Modi ji, Yogi ji, Himanta Biswa. The question that Himanta Biswa asked, it made me laugh that whole night. Kaun Shah Rukh Khan? That is the guts that man has. When you don't have to be worried, you can have a peaceful sleep at night. Yes, Jed?
I mean, he is an amazing chief minister. From what I've seen, I'm so impressed with Himanta Biswa that he's, first of all, he questioned who SRK. That is amazing. And second point is he's arresting everyone who's taking part in child marriages, right, in a state. So what more do you want in a chief minister who is so bold and he's always on the move? Rana Ayub tickled by SC for asking her case
by SC for asking her case to be transferred from Ghaziabad to Mumbai, since it relates to ED action on her for putting the crowd fund money during COVID in FD's fixed deposits in Mumbai. Now, further to Kiara's family tree, her step-grand aunt Bharti Patel was married to Mr. Patel before she divorced him. Her daughter from that marriage is Anuradha Patel. This sounds like a, terrible...
So huge.
Yeah, so topsy-turvy, I don't even want to get into it.
I think it's a huge...
yes. Shah Rukh's son went to UK. Madhuri Dixit's son is in USA. Shweta Bachchan's son went to London. Malaika's son went to somewhere in UK.
Why is everyone going abroad for education?
And filmmakers' children go abroad. They think that India is useless. We all got educated. Yes, we all got educated in the best universities in India, and we are not ashamed of it.
Shah Rukh Khan is the brand ambassador of Byju's, and he sends his son to UK for education.
Yeah, my God, if we join all the dots in the tree, who was married to whom, and now who has married him or he? So then you will not be surprised if a son marries a daughter, of some same person, because you don't know who's been sleeping with who. Karthik, please take Karthik. KK, hum pe bus or nahi. They don't get tired marrying so many people, says Stylish Boy. Yes, Rana, you spent money on her luxury purchases. That is not that Shaheen. Sumit's first wife, Shaheen Banu, is a niece of Sairo Banu. Shaheen's daughter is Saisha Saigal, who is married to the Malayali Tamil actor Arya. Modi ji's blue jacket made from recycled bottle plastic has made a mark. Even fashion industry is sitting up. Very well said, Maya. Sumit Saigal is Vindu Dhara Singh's best friend. Bardhan, Tabu Aka, Tabassum Hashmi, and Farah Naz were my super seniors at school, says Sunita. Minaji, please read my earlier comment about Kiara's family tree. Jaidev, can you just take
Yeah,
that?
we just read that.
Yeah, we did that, yes.
It's very complicated.
Sunita, I see it. Thanks for sharing it with us. And with this comment, we close this session. We'll meet you again tomorrow with a lot more news. Thank you for always being with us and supporting us. Good night from Jaidev and me. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.